Woong is like, yeah, I pretty much got mead that game. Oh well. He's got another chance.
I'm stunned.
I don't know what to say, man. I rarely am I at a loss for words. I'm still talking, I guess. So I guess I never really am, but I don't know. Break time, guys. We're coming back for blank pick game 5. Azubu Blaze versus Azubu Frost. Who knows what's going to happen? Who knows what's going to win? Don't miss it. We'll be back right after this.
챔피언스 윈터 세미파이널.
Hello everyone, this is Chilber here with On Game Net, and what a better way to continue our global coverage than to bring you Azubu Night here as we kick off the semifinals at the League of Legends Champions Winter. So now that we're all gathered here, we have 4 players for you guys. We have Captain Jack, Helios, and Lustboy from Azubu Blaze, and then all alone is Rapid Star from Azubu Frost. But as you guys may be well aware, these two teams have met every time they've entered the champion. So I want to ask how they feel about having to face each other every time. 그러니까 매번 지금 시즌마다 결국에는 아주부끼리랑 이렇게 붙게 됐잖아요. 그거에 대한 소감이 혹시 이번에는 뭐가 다르신가요?
딱히 소감이 다른 것 같지는 않고요. 그냥 만날 때마다 그냥 좀 착잡한 느낌, 그런 느낌밖에 없는 것 같아요.
결승에서만 만날 수 있으면은 이렇게 좀 이러진 않을 텐데 지금 이거 준결승이라서 이거 이기고도 하나 더 남았다는 게 좀 그렇죠.
All right, so they said it's not that they feel really different every time, but Captain Jack was saying it's kind of unfortunate that it has to come to this, but they just have to play it through. And Rapid Star was saying it'd be nice if they could only meet at the finals each time, but since it's the semifinals, you still have to play a game afterwards. There's still something on the line, so it's not the most ideal situation, but this is what it has come to every season here for the Azubu teams. So another big thing, of course, is that we've seen a lot of new things here in Korea with the Season 3 patch. And I'll just ask if the players have anything, they really want to say about the different strategies of the champions. 그러니까 이제 Season 3 그 패치 들어오면서 굉장히 많이 변했잖아요. 게임이 막 상상도 할 수 없게. 그거에 대한 소감이 있으신가요? 그러니까 각자 그 포지션 다 다르시니까 그거에 대해서 좀 한마디씩만 해주세요.
일단 원딜 같은 경우에는 좀 시즌 2에 비해서 캐리력이 좀 떨어졌고요. 그리고 지금 좀 아이템 밸런스, 그러니까 체력 아이템의 밸런스가 좀 안 맞는 편이라서 더 힘든 것도 있는 것 같아요.
So Captain Jack says to start with the AD carries, it's actually that compared to Season 2, you're not as much of a carry or a hyper carry. So he's not sure exactly how he feels about that change.
정글 같은 경우에는 되게 많이 바뀌어갖고 일단 적응하는 게 되게 많이 힘들고요. 그리고 웬만해서는 템트리를 되게 다양하게 갈 수 있게 바뀌어서 정글러들이 막 거의 캐리를 할 수 있는 그런 상황도 충분히 나올 수 있는 게임이 됐어요.
Of course, with the jungle, he always says a lot has changed, and it's actually pretty interesting because now you have so many different build paths that the junglers can just become the carries. So a little bit of a position swap there compared to Season 2.
미드는 지금 AD 캐스터의 존재가 좀 많이 그게 됐잖아요. 그래가지고 지금 AD 캐스터가 좀 많이 문제가 되고 있죠. 블랙 클리버 때문에.
And as I'm sure many of you guys can suspect, Rapid Star says AD casters are really strong right now thanks to Black Cleaver, and it's a little bit of an issue that they have to deal with in the middle lane.
서포터 같은 경우에는 시야석이랑 서포터 템이 많이 나와서 되게 하기 편하게 시즌2보다 되게 서포터에게 좋게 개편이 됐고요. 서포터의 비중도 되게 높아진 것 같아서 되게 개인적으로 만족스러워하고 있어요.
And I'm sure a lot of you support players would agree when Lustboy says that with the Sightstone and a lot of these new items, the game actually caters a lot more to the support champions now, and they have much more weight in the team play. So Lustboy personally is very happy about that change. All right, so we're running a little bit short on time, so we're going to go ahead and try to wrap this interview up. Unfortunately, we can't go into more detail, but I just want to ask, if they have, any plans to really, because although they are, sister teams, they have to defeat each other tonight. So I want to ask, how they feel about going into tonight's match. 그러니까 이제 인터뷰 이제 마치는데요. 저희 이제 아주부끼리 하는데 결국에는 이제 다들 승리하고 싶으실 거 아니에요. 그러면 그거에 대한 소감, 그냥 생각 좀 나눠주세요. 어떤 걸 이렇게 굉장히 준비를 했다든지 그런.
저 옆에 첩자가 있어서 여기서 뭘 준비했는지 말할 수 없을 것 같고요. 그냥 어떤 걸 준비했든 그래도 최선을 다해서 게임을 이기려고 노력할 거기에 그냥 열심히 하는 모습 봐주셨으면 감사하겠습니다.
최선을 다해서 후회 없는 모습 보여드리도록 두 아주부가 우승할 수 있는 그런 모습을 꼭 보여드리겠습니다.
일단 저는 첩자는 아니고요. 저는 아주부 프로스트의 그건데 그 팀원인데 같은 아주부 팀원인데 첩자라고 하니까 누구 보고 첩자라 그러는지 모르겠고요. 그냥 어느 팀이 이기더라도 꼭 결승 올라가서 우승했으면 좋겠어요.
누가 이기던 간에 되게 재밌고 좋은 경기를 보여드릴 수 있도록 열심히 최선을 다하겠습니다.
아니 빠른별 선수 혹시 여기 지금 솔직히 프로스트 그 부스잖아요. 그러니까 괜히 첩자라고 그러니까 기분 상하시지 않으세요?
기분 상한 건 아니에요. 저는 농담조로 하는
So Captain Jack was saying, he doesn't want to share any strategies because we have a spy here, Rapid Star from Azubu Frost, but he just says, they've prepared everything. They're going to show them the best. And the other two Blaze members agree, they just want to show the best games for you guys in a sense where everyone can feel that Azubu really deserves to win the whole champions no matter which team moves on. And Rapid Star just wants to clear up that he's not a spy. He's just a team member on Azubu Frost, but he also really wishes for a really good match between both. And Cloud Templar behind the scenes was like, this is Frost's booth. What are you guys doing here? Talking to Blaze. But again, really good to see the sister teams go against each other every time. They go to the very top every season. Hope for the best for both teams. Once again, this is Chilbur from OnGameNet. 감사합니다.
수고하셨습니다.
여기 붙어라 모두 모여라 We gon' party like 리리리라라라 맘을 열어라 머리를 비워라 불을 지펴라 리리리라라라 정답은
All right, guys, welcome back. Oh, man, we're still reeling from that game, but Captain Jack, no way am I surprised at all that he got the wow, I don't even know, man. That is insane.
Speechless.
That, believe it or not, is actually his first MVP award of the tournament.
Well, he deserved it.
Yeah,
great
he won that game.
itemization. Just amazing defense from Azubu Blaze that game. I love the swap out of the boots for Zephyr. Cute little build there from Captain Jack. It looks very serene with his sweater. Getting a little cold.
I guess so. So we are going into the blind pick game, guys. I can't even speak straight after that game, man. The blind pick game is coming up.
Oh boy.
And things are about to get really crazy. That's just how it's going to be. We're going to see what compositions these teams will pick when they are offered the pick of any champions in the game. No picks, no bans. It's time. The blind pick game is beginning.
And Rapid Star locking that Evelyn that he's been denied all game. We may see a Shen versus Shen. Shen going to be on Shy, actually. I'm surprised that Templar isn't going to be going ahead and taking that one.
Shy Shen.
Shy Shen, but they may be making that change instead. The last time Frost went for that blind pick, they won by using Rengar in top lane on Shy and Shen and doing a super split push comp against CJ Entis in the quarterfinals.
And looks like Lustboy taking Lulu, no shock there, and it will be a double Shen, double Evelyn. Oh, man, life thinking about the Blitzcrank. Helios taking Nocturne, a very good champion for him. He loves to play Nocturne.
And They're still flashing around, talking about their compositions right here. Flame may be playing that Evelynn up in the top lane.
We'll see.
Okay, they're just trolling around a little bit.
Messing around a bit.
Olaf, so Templar will be taking Shen. That's much more normal.
I don't think Woong should play Morgana. I'm just going to throw that out there right now. I mean, Annie's one thing, but Morgana. Lustboy thinking about Tarek. Captain Jack thinking about Urgot. And we have the lock-in for Olaf, played by Shy. Jungle Shen versus top lane Shen, it looks like. And Ambition, he did have a very good game on Rise. Last game, there's a lock-in, so there we go. Shen Nocturne, Rise, Urgot, Tarek for Azubu Blaze. And for Azubu Frost, it is Olaf, Shen, Evelynn, Misfortune, and Blitzcrank, played by Madlife. So, it's going to be an interesting game. It's time to get into it. The final blind pick game to decide who wins the first best of 5 in this 2-day semifinal match between Blaze and Frost. The game is about to begin, man. Monte Cristo, I don't even know what to say. I'm just going crazy, man.
Flabbergasted by that last game.
Here we go. Let's see what happens. Game number 5 between Flame and Blaze, starting right now. We're skipping the intro. We're just going right into it. And here we go. Set 5. Azubu Frost versus Azubu Blaze. I am Doa. With me is Monte Cristo. Thank you guys so much for joining us. This game has broken my mind already.
I'm right there with you, man.
I know.
Right there with you.
Yeah. Follow us on Twitter. I'm GG Doa. He's GGC Monte Cristo. We love to hear what you guys think about the games. We love to hear about your predictions for these matches, what you think is imbalanced, what you think is needing buffing. So chat with us. It's fun.
Nunu Caitlyn imbalanced. That's
Nunu
what I
Caitlyn
think.
Imba.
That's what I think.
Yep.
Okay, so the 2 games that Frost has won so far, Madlife has been really good about creating those picks with Tarek and Blitzcrank. So they're going to be going back to their roots of how they won those first 2 games, and he'll be full of oracles, most likely once again trying to create that map presence.
Yep.
They're pointing out right now, Captain Jack actually, he only has a Crystalline Flask, so he actually didn't use all of his starting gold. So saving that up.
Interesting.
Which is a bit odd.
Maybe he just forgot he's going back now. He's like, oh, shoot, I forgot to buy something.
Well, especially when when you pick the Tarek Urgot lane, that's a very aggressive early lane that has a lot of bully potential. There he goes, getting some wards and potions. I don't know what happened right there. Maybe he forgot them.
You know,
it seems
I doubt
he forgot them.
Happened. Yeah. I think they just wanted to get out there as fast as they could to see if they could intercept anything. And when they were like, all right, we're not doing an early team fight, might as well go back.
Yeah, it also may have changed the items that he got depending on what happened. So if he may have been, say he got First Blood or something like that, he may have been be able to use that extra gold to buy some specific item.
Yeah, he actually picked up a ward too.
Yep. Well, having those extra wards early is going to help them be very, very aggressive in lane and not have to worry so much about the roam from Rapid Star or the ganks from Cloud Templar.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, Lustboy had to spend a little bit extra money because he needed that vision ward early on. And so Captain Jack helping out a little bit, picking up a sight ward himself.
Yeah, the Crystalline Flask going to help him really spam out those corrosive charges and Acid Hunters as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
So able to do some punch.
Oh, we got the grab on Captain Jack. There's the exhaust as well. Captain Jack flashes away. Woong trying to get in as well. Woong did burn his cleanse to try to pursue, but it didn't end up working. That was a close call for Captain Jack.
Yeah, very, very close call. And the thing about the bottom lane now is you can see Lustboy and Captain Jack have Exhaust and Ignite. So that's a very, very aggressive combination of spells as opposed to Woong, who picked up Cleanse instead. So now they burned a lot. They burned both Cleanse and Exhaust from Frost while they were trying to get the damage down to kill Captain Jack.
Shy coming in.
But the Summoner's still up for Azubu Blaze, so they have a bit of an advantage here for the next few minutes.
Yeah. Now we'll see what they can do with it. Ambition beginning his farming. Rapid Star, easily one of the best Evelynn players in the world, so he's going to need to be careful with that. Madlife thinking about using that rocket grab on Lustboy, but that's a pretty tough grab to deal with.
Yeah.
Lustboy's going to have that dazzle immediately, and that can set you up for some pretty big problems.
Yeah, and we are going to see probably, if Frost has their way, a pretty tame lane phase.
Yeah.
And then what's going to happen is they really need to control the vision on the map, because with Evelynn and Blitzcrank, the ability to set up picks and surprise Blaze, catching them out of position is going to be absolutely huge.
Yeah.
So probably a bunch of farm here in the early phase, and then attempts to get picks later on. The team fight potential from Blaze is pretty good. They're going to be relying on Ambition to deal most of the damage, considering it really is 4 very, very tanky champions plus Rise, because Helios will probably build.
Nice dazzle on Woong. They're going to do a bit of damage here. Mad Life power fisting Lustboy, making sure that he can't get it any farther there.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think that a lot of it's going to boil down to how well Ambition could do in the laning phase, if he can farm up.
Oh, here comes Cloud Templar. He gets the taunt on Flame. Flame in a bit of trouble here. He flashes out. There's a counter flash by Templar. It's Shen versus Shen. And in the battle of Shen versus Shen, Olaf wins. First blood for Shy.
That's right. And now Shy will have a really big advantage up there in that top lane.
Yep.
Flame's Shen has been very, very good in the past. But Shen is a champion that he's not particularly good at any lane, but he's also not particularly bad at any lane. He pretty much draws even.
Yeah.
And now that Shy has that bit of an edge right there, he's going to be able to snowball that lane just a little bit, because basically Shen is not going to really counter Olaf enough, so that bit of an advantage will do him a lot of favors. You can see he's already up 20 CS, which is extremely significant at 5 minutes into the game.
Yeah.
That's a huge lead. Huge.
You know, I have to say, I'm a little bit surprised that Flame didn't decide to just go with Aurelio. We saw him kind of mulling it over. He ended up going with Shen. I mean, Shen obviously has a lot of great utility, but in a game like this, I mean, although he does need to be worried a little bit about Frost trying to counterpick Aurelia. Aurelia is just so solid all around. I feel like I would have liked to see him go with Aurelia instead of Shen.
Well, I think the reason he did it, and you know, Aurelia would be a great choice. Also Elise, which he's done very well with today.
Yeah, that's true, absolutely.
But I think the reason why he picked Shen is because this isn't, he knew Cloud Templar would pick Shen, number one, and he needs a way to actually use that ult. And since you have a level advantage, in the battle of Shen versus Shen, lane Shen wins. Lane Shen has more gold. Lane Shen has higher levels. So if you get a gank down and Stand United comes in from jungle Shen, and then top lane Shen shows up at the same time, it gives you a big advantage. And we've seen that play out in previous blind pick games here at Champions Winter, where lane Shen has actually proved a massive advantage.
And lane Shen may be in a little bit of trouble here, because here comes Rapid Star, another Shen coming in as well. Or no, not really, just a shield.
Just a shield.
Just a shield. I got ahead of my Shen.
So yeah, the battle of Shen versus Shen is something we've seen before, and something that has worked out really well for lane Shen. And so that's pretty nice, and especially when lane Shen is coupled with jungle Nocturne.
Yep. Oh, boom. Taking some damage here. He needs to be very careful there. Taking a lot of damage from Captain Jack. There's a grab from Mad Life. Lustboy needs to make a run for it here. Captain Jack gets power fisted once again, and Lustboy comes in with a flash dazzle. Can they make it work on Woong? Oh no! Lustboy goes down. Captain Jack trying to make it a trade. He doesn't do it. A huge win for Azubu Frost in the bottom lane.
Yeah. And
that just was an awkward engagement all around, man.
That was a super awkward engagement, and I think a bit of miscommunication right there.
I think so too.
The exhaust being up really nullified that engagement for Blaze.
Well, I mean, you had Lustboy flash dazzling in when he was already very low on health. I was really shocked that he actually tried to do that.
Yeah, and by being melted immediately and having that exhaust still up for Azubu Frost, really.
You know, and then there was a bit of indecisiveness too from Captain Jack. He's like, can I run? I guess I can't get away. I should try to kill Woong. It was too late at that point.
Yeah, he also engaged a hair too late there. So
dazzle on Woong.
So this really actually messes up. There's Lustboy. He's getting the Stand United and Flame now in this bot lane. Woong coming and turning around. Helios here as well. And
he misses the taunt! No way! But Dustbringer does not miss. And between Acid Seeker, Woong does get taken out. Captain Jack coming back and picking up that kill, but a little bit of an embarrassing moment for Flame there.
Yeah, a bit of an embarrassing moment for Woong, too. He really shouldn't have stayed.
He's
like Mad Life went back right there. It was pushed to turret. He really had not a lot of reasons to stay right there.
You know, and that's what cost him the game last game, is Woong being out of position. He really, really needs to improve that aspect of his play. We see it time and time again. Woong's a great carry, but he has real issues with positioning.
Yeah, the one advantage that they got right there is that by using the Stand United on Flame, the CS gap in top lane has just continued to be absolutely absurd. Now we're up to 40 CS difference at 9 minutes. Like that is a huge gulf to overcome at this point in time. And Olaf is a very punishing champion.
Rapid Star, he's going to try to punish Flame. Nope, just making his presence known. And it'd be pretty tough for them to take out Flame at this point, but yeah, you're absolutely right, man. I mean, Flame is pretty behind. It's going to be hard to catch up.
So the thing that Blaze really wanted to do with this composition that unfortunately just drastically backfired is if you look at their lanes, you have this stalwart top laner, you have the global ults and the strong lane presence from Shen and Nocturne combination. You have the bullies in bottom lane, you have Taric and Urgot. This is designed to relieve pressure from Ambition's middle lane. His problem in the last game was early he had a lot of issues farming due to the excellent lane swaps and the fact that the other lanes couldn't put enough pressure to distract the lane presence from, like, basically the roaming and the jungle presence from the opposite team. So in this case, Ambition now has a lot more freedom to farm.
Yeah.
And they're very good at being able to respond to this Evelynn roam coming out of Rapid Star as well with Nocturne and Shen. But considering that this bully lane and bottom lane, the lane that really wasn't supposed to die, that was supposed to relieve that pressure, kind of ate it right there. And also pulled Flame out of top lane so that Shy could get more ahead. Ambition's getting his farm.
Yeah.
Undoubtedly, he's up 20 farm, but it's coming at an extremely high price.
Yeah.
So will it be worth it?
At what cost, Monte Cristo? At what cost? Lust Boy getting that vision ward, and he is not really going to be able to get up and take that ward out, but Captain Jack might be able to ping it. But Helios waiting for a gank opportunity here. They're going to go ahead and let this push up. They know Mad Life is there too. That's a big deal. I don't think that Mad Life saw them put that ward down. I'm sure he didn't. He wouldn't be hiding like that. If he had, he could be a little bit dangerous here. Here comes the Paranoia onto Woong. Woong not getting away from this one. Mad Life trying to escape. Now there's the exhaust. He will not escape. Maybe he will. Oh, it's a grab on Helios. Here comes Cloud Templar. Oh, man. Incredible grab from Mad Life again. Pairing that with the Shen ultimate. Cloud Templar taking a ton of damage from Ambition, though. And Ambition is going to pick up that kill. What a back and forth game already. But in the end, it's actually pretty even, honestly.
Ambition also going to get those double buffs, which is going to be huge. He's going to give him a dragon as well, so this will propel Blaze into the lead for a brief moment before top tower goes down and evens things up again. Or returns things to the status quo of 1,000 gold lead for Azubu Frost.
Yeah, this game is already being another extremely tense game for both of these teams, and this is a huge deal. I mean, both these teams want to go to the finals. Why wouldn't they? And although it is a two-day affair, I mean, if you think about it, the team that loses today is going to not only have to win the best of 5 on Friday, but they're also going to need to win that final deathmatch game.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's huge pressure in this situation to come out with a win here. It puts you in a much more comfortable situation. Gives you that extra lifeline so you don't have to win both of those games.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to win a whole best of 5. So essentially you need to win 4 games against a team you not only practice with nearly every day, but you also have to, beat one of the best teams in the world too.
Yeah, it's very intimidating for either of these squads, and desperate not to make it in that situation. That's absolutely for sure. So, at the end, the net result so far this game is that Ambition has managed to get that farm. He has managed to get a kill. We saw a really nice dive there by Azubu Blaze to take out several members of Frost.
Oh, he didn't get the vision ward. Well, the end result of this semifinal, too, is that we're going to have 3 seasons of champions in a row that have an Azubu team in the finals.
Yeah, that's absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
Especially given the level of competition in Korea here this season.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this has been the most competitive season of champions yet. Mad Life coming in. Helios taking some damage here. He's going to not be in too good of a shape after this is all done. Nice. Shy gets that kill. That's going to continue to help him snowball. He's 2-0-0 now. Plus point, Captain Jack trying to get away. Mad Life gets the power fist. Captain Jack gets taken down, and they're going to back away. Nice gank there. Mad Life gets that kill, I guess.
And this is exactly what they had to do. So the tide was kind of reversing into Blaze's favor there after they got those dives. But Shy has gotten so far ahead up in top lane. He's gotten those kills. He's taken down the turret. He's got the extra farm. That by pushing out and then roaming into bot, he was able to secure those kills with Mad Life. And those kind of picks, picking Helios in his own jungle and then taking out Captain Jack, this is how Frost is going to win this game. They need to continue to be absolutely invasive. Look how deep their warding has gone so far into Blaze's jungle. This is the game plan here. Catch people off guard, flank them with Rapid Star, and just pick them off one by one, and thereby just constantly make uneven situations that Blaze has to deal with.
Hilariously, again, Mad Life is beating Woong on kills this game. Mad Life is now 3-0-1. He's like, all right, well, I guess I'll just get him. I mean, if you keep getting out of position, I'll just start killing people.
And Oracle already for Mad Life coming down, so this is exactly the same strategy that we saw, and like I keep saying, those picks, those deep wards, and are going to be the key for Frost's victory here.
Yeah, denying that vision.
Yeah, a 14-minute Oracle, something we saw commonly in Season 2, but a bit of a rarity here so far in Season 3. But those 3 kills, you can certainly afford it.
Yeah, well, I mean, Oracle did get a little bit of a nerf too, but I mean, Mad Life obviously showing us that it's still a very, very valuable asset if you can, you know, get it at the right time in the right position, and it's looking pretty good for him.
Yeah, absolutely. I love to see the return of Oracle right here. It's people complained that, you know, it was. Some people said, you know, it's nerfed too much or whatever, but it's still situationally extremely useful. And really a lot of the items in Season 3 were changed because it allowed more variation in the way you could play the game. And instead of everybody getting Oracles all the time, well, let's be honest, quite boring.
Oh, here we come again. Captain Jack getting caught out of position. He is not going to escape. There's the final silence to secure the kill. And man, Captain Jack, uncharacteristic auto. Oh, here comes Cloud Templar with the taunt on Flame. Finally picks up that kill. Ambition is going to get the prison onto Shy, and another kill for him. So a 1-for-1 trade, but the real story here is Captain Jack continuously getting caught this game. He is having a terrible start to this game.
Well, it's really hard for him not to get caught, let's be honest at this point.
Very true,
Mad Life with that early Oracles is allowing Rapid Star really to roam all over the map so incredibly easily. Also, Mad Life's Blitzcrank is so good, he's able to land these ridiculous grabs that create these situations where Rapid Star can pick up those kills.
Yeah.
And they continue to just invade very, very deep into Blaze's jungle. I love this play from Frost. Here's another pick.
Helios is going to get caught again. Oh no, what can you do? Great rocket grab once again. Helios trying to escape. He doesn't make it. I can't believe this. I've never seen such invading. I've never seen that before.
Helios, you can see in that camera shot right there, literally just throwing up his hands.
What are you doing there?
He was killed twice in the same place. I mean,
oh, Captain Jack.
Basically, Azubu Frost has just pitched a tent in Blaze's forest right now.
I guess so.
It is now their own. They've claimed
here they come again. Rocket grab brings him in once again. Captain Jack insta-kill. Are you kidding me?
And Mad Life gets the kill. 4-0-3. Mad Life is gone.
Bloodthirsty support. He's rewriting the metagame. This is a new metagame where supports get all the kills and carries just support the supports.
Watching Frost in this series has been such a treat, Doa. I feel like we've watched their game evolve here in Season 3. It's like the picks were like, you know, they were coming, they were setting up some nice picks in the first couple wins they had, and now they've got it down to a science. They are
really
just being so aggressive, and this pick-heavy play style is so fun to watch.
It is. It's a lot more fun than Misfortune and Amumu,
Yes, I don't like that either, but
I think
Mad Life's Blitzcrank is truly entertaining. So Woong now picking up that early Black Cleaver.
Yep. Bullet time's going to be a pretty good time for his team.
That's right. And we're going to see Shy getting that Sunfire tape as well, looks like, to help counteract the split push from Flame.
Yeah.
Sunfire Cape already down on Templar as well. He'll be doing a bit of split pushing his own. The Modred's Razor is going to be very helpful in that situation as well. Frost setting up for the Dragon right as it spawns.
Yeah, Mad Life can just solo it, man. He's Mad Life. He can do whatever he wants. Here we go again. You know, we poked fun at Woog a little bit, but honestly, he's, aside from the positioning issues, he still maintains being a very, very solid AD carry.
Yeah,
He's certainly got all the other qualities of a great one.
He used to play top lane, and he still plays AD carry. I mean, he still push like he's a top laner, but
that's a very good point, actually.
He doesn't. He should by now understand it. But we're going to see another pick here as Rapidstar comes in on
Helios. Oh, I can't believe he missed the rocket grab. That never happens to Mad Life.
He flashed for it too. That's a bummer.
Yeah, that hurts. But good news is that as long as there are walls in this game, there will be Mad Life behind them, shooting his rocket fist through them. So he may not need that flash.
It's so true.
He's been so diligent too about cleaning out these wards. I mean, we've talked about it multiple times. It definitely bears repeating again that the vision that Mad Life has been able to deny from Azubu Blaze has just made a huge difference in this game.
Right.
And Shy in trouble again. Here comes Ambition. He's going to kill those minions, so Shy is actually not in trouble at all.
Mad Life continuing his ward hunting ways.
Yeah.
And there's Captain Jack.
Ward Hunter.
Ward Hunter.
Yep.
Mad Life setting up on the other side of this wall. They tried to pull the blue buff over.
Oh, it's like, oh, hi, Gollum. What are you doing so far from home? Now you must die.
Oh, good. Woong backing off there.
Yep.
So not going to meet his untimely demise, but look how far pushed the lanes are right now. Look at the ward cover, especially in the lower jungle right now. Mad Life just running around like a madman with that Ruby Sightstone, setting up all those wards, denying that vision, just doing an amazing job. And Shen Flame, he only has that Warmogs. He's a ways out from actually being able to split push effectively with his Sunfire Cape, whereas right now Cloud Templar is already there.
Yeah, he's pretty close.
So that's actually a really, really important difference right now. And interestingly, Cloud Templar, you know, not too far behind in terms of CS either, considering that he's been jungling, but having that kill and the extra assist really helping him out to catch up with the...
That's a fairly quick 5K gold lead for Azubu Frost. This game has been a little bit more one-sided than the other games we've seen.
Well, it's not only just a 5K gold lead, they have such a mental advantage right now. Helios, as we saw from the camera shot, I mean, he's getting frustrated because of the situation that his jungle has been left in this game.
Paranoia doesn't describe his ultimate anymore. Now it's the feeling he feels in his own jungle.
That's right, man. He's inflicting paranoia upon himself.
I'm just staying in the bot lane for the rest of the game. It's safe here. I gotta say, I love the Battlecaster God skin. It's very cool. It's no giant enemy crab god, but it's still pretty good.
I agree. Better to be a crab than a robot any day.
That's right. You are much more tasty. Not that I would want to eat giant enemy crab god. I don't know if he'd be the type of crab that you'd really want to, you know, cook up. And it's going to be Cloud Templar jumping in on Helios, but doesn't get that taunt. Or was that Skull Shielded it? Might have been. Mad Life wanting to use those big fiery fists.
And Ambition, they've started to ward their own jungle with vision wards, but against the oracles that Mad Life has been buying, obviously not going to be super effective. And Mad Life continuing his roam, clearing out those wards. We have a bit of a lull. Frost really hasn't been too aggressive. They're maintaining their advantage right now that they got earlier. They really need this mid turret to go down, so they're keeping the other lane shut at the same time. Flame has just been in the back of his lane this entire game.
Yeah, they're going to get this turret right now, and there's an ultimate from Rapidstar. It's a bit of a zoning. Here comes Paranoia, but Shen is coming in on Rapidstar as well. Helios trying to do something. Ambition getting a quick kill there. Doctor picks up the killing blow. Mad Life in the middle, a little bit in trouble here. He may not escape from this. In fact, he won't. Ambition trying to chase Cloud Templar down, doing some damage to him as well. Cloud Templar, will they dive in? You bet they will. And there is a Shen versus Shen kill. Flame picking that one up. So a really good fight actually for Azubu Blaze. That's exactly what they needed.
Well, that's the thing, is Ambition is going to do absolutely insane damage.
Yeah, he certainly will.
And they have like 4 tanks plus Rise, who's tanking in and of itself. They're just trying to outlast the damage, the burst coming out of Rapid Star's Evelyn. If they can survive the burst damage from the MF ultimate and from Rapid Star, they have good staying power in fights and pretty consistent DPS, especially with Ambition. And that's what we saw there. And they're going to go ahead and catch right back up in this game. Now we've only got about a little more than 1,000 gold difference. So back to dead even. It was 5K up for Frost.
You just cannot count either of these Azubu teams out. I mean, just when one looks like it's about to take an insurmountable lead, the other comes back. I mean, think about last game. Think about where Blaze was last game. 5K doesn't seem like a very big deficit when all 3 inhibitors in your base are dead.
And your Nexus turrets are injured, man.
And you
oh my God. If you guys just tuned in.
Well, first of all, I'm sorry you tuned in late.
Yeah.
But second of all, thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in. But game 4 of Blaze versus Frost. Maybe the most epic comeback in professional League of Legends history.
I can't think of a way it could be more epic unless it was just a bare Nexus. I mean, I can't really think of a way that it could be a harder comeback at that point. They hadn't even taken out the tier 2 mid turret yet at that point.
Yeah, that's right. It was 9 turrets to 3.
Yeah.
Totally crazy.
Well, Azubu, Frost waiting for Dragon to come back, and they will get that Dragon because it looks like Blaze really isn't interested in that too much.
All right, so basically Frost here, they need to just continue making the picks. They need to stop trying to do that 5v5 scenario. The one time they can do it is if the fight is already engaged and Rapistar has a good angle. But Rapistar had a terrible angle because he flashed into that turret while they were trying to take down mid and then got kind of stuck there with Rune Prison.
His ultimate didn't end up really helping him at all either. I don't know if Mad Life, well, he's going to try to go for the grab on Ambition. Doesn't quite get the opportunity. Becomes shy.
So look how safe Blaze is playing right now. They're taking very long routes around the jungle. They've just decided to pretty much give up on their own jungle right now, which is definitely the smart move.
I mean, in the end, it's a composition where, like you said, the tankiness that's going to come out of Azubu Blaze is going to be something that they can use to win those team fights later on. But the issue is that can Ambition fill the role that Captain Jack filled last game? It's going to be tough.
Well, and again, I was talking about the way the composition works, and they were relieving pressure from Ambition in mid lane by taking these very like the kill lane bot, which basically made it difficult for Azubu Frost to switch into a 2v1 mid like they kept doing in the last game against Rise to control Ambition. And look at this, it's worked. Ambition's 2-0-3 with 258 CS. He's 100 CS up on Rapid Star right now.
He's hugely farmed.
Yeah, and he has a better KDA at the moment as well. So it is working. Now, they have to keep him alive. If they can't keep him alive, if he gets bursted down, and that does seem unlikely, he already has that Glacial Shroud, he already has that Negatron Cloak, then it's going to be problematic because Azubu Blaze may not be able to output enough damage to finish the team fight. But they have incredible staying power in that team fight right now. Warmogs onto Nocturne, Warmog Sunfire Cape onto Flames Shen. We have a super tanky Urgot, Glacial Shroud, now building Warmogs himself. And Tarek providing armor to the entire team.
Mad Life. Oh man, Lust Boy is so lucky. He nearly got picked.
He did nearly get picked.
That was close. Mad Life's going to be kicking himself a little bit for that one. For about 8 more seconds.
We also see, look at Woong, he's got Warmogs himself too. We are going to see, it's going to be a grind though, this game. It's going to be literally like a 30, 45 second, minute long team fight to decide this game because that's how long it's actually going to take these teams to do damage to each other to win.
I'm not worried about it. Captain Jack firing big missiles. And that's all I have to say about him right now. He's got big missiles and that's it.
It's the battle of the Warmogs, man. Triple Warmogs already on Frost. Triple Warmogs incoming on Blaze.
It's ain't no party like a Warmogs party because a Warmogs party doesn't end for at least 50 minutes.
It's going to be an interesting one.
Yeah.
It's going to be the split pushiest. It's Shen's on opposite sides of the map.
Yeah. It feels like this game just started, honestly. I mean, I feel like I'm still reeling from that last game,
God.
though.
My brain is fried after that last game.
That-
We gave it our all, Della.
Yeah, we did. If there's a team fight in this game, I'm just going to be like, ah! Rocket grab. He's getting low. He's getting low.
Can't think anymore.
Yep.
All right, so Abyssal Scepter going to be coming out.
Rapid Star going after Lustboy here. And here comes Cloud Templar. Nice taunt on Lustboy. Lustboy way out of position. In the meantime, a fight going on. Ambition trying to take out Mad Life. He escapes, though.
And Lustboy manages to live, too.
Wow. All right, well, everybody lives. We all go home happy. Rocket grab.
Yeah, Flame keeping him alive with that Stand United just barely.
Yeah.
And the tankiness really showing here. Despite the fact that Frost got 2 great picks at the same time, these champions too tanky to actually take out. Even with Rapid Star using his ult.
Yeah. Yeah, Rapid Star's had a bit of a hard time creating those kills that you want to get as Evelyn. Let's take a replay. Let's take a look at the replay, rather.
So there's the ult coming down on the Lustboy. Stand United comes through, gets the taunt off, but Rapid Star actually turns around right here, assuming that kill had actually been secured because he was trying to help with Ambition. So
that was a mistake.
Yeah. Bit of a mistake, forgetting about the Stand United from Flame there.
Yep. Mad Life still 4-1-3, a respectable score for any carry.
Any carry like Mad Life.
That's right. Support carry, man.
So he's going to pick up that Shirelius, trying to create more of those pick situations where he can punish people from being out of position. And Frost now looking like they're going to be patrolling around Baron for quite some time. They're not going to do it, of course. They really don't have the damage to do it, but they do have the capacity to make those picks. I mean, their AD carry right now has a Black Cleaver and a Warmogs, and they've got Evelyn, which isn't going to be doing significant sustained DPS, really. So, in essence, it's going to be a really long time before they can do Baron, because they certainly can't sneak it.
No. Yeah, they're not going to be killing Baron quickly anytime soon.
So Rapid Star intelligently getting this Guardian Angel right now, and he really, really needs it because he's going to have to live twice in order to deal enough damage to actually kill this immense tank comp from Azubu Blaze. And Blaze actually is going to go for it.
They are indeed. Mad Life. Oh, he grabs out Captain Jack! What? Are you kidding me? Captain Jack flashes back in, but bullet time! Oh, Wound picking up the kill. Mad Life with the maddest grabs, man.
Oh my God, I can't believe he hit that.
I know. Captain Jack's like, seriously? I thought we were done with this.
So look at Ambition right now. He started Baron, and so they're going to turn on them. The Rapid Star coming in from behind.
Yeah, exactly.
This is exactly the positioning that they need.
What an ultimate! What an amazing ultimate from Rapid Star. Shen coming in on him as well. Can they do it, though? Can Azubu Frost get the kills? Ambition picks up the first one, but here comes Shy with the follow-up, and suddenly Helios chases down Rapid Star for the final kill. Helios dies himself. A double kill for Shy, and in the end, it's just an even trade, 2 for 2, but Azubu Frost going for that Baron.
They really don't have any damage right now.
Yeah, it's a little bit surprising. Flame coming in.
Well, neither does Blaze until Captain Jack gets there, and even he doesn't have very much damage either. So this is going to be the most
weird
sad Baron fight that anyone has ever seen, because nobody can actually do damage to each other.
It's like playing Goldeneye with all slappers. Oh man, Shy with the true damage, taking down Lustboy. Shy's just dueling everybody, man. This is the longest Baron fight I've ever seen, but it looks like Frost will claim Baron. It's like playing Goldeneye with slappers only, man.
That is the best simile for that situation. I was like dying laughing the entire time. Well, this is what happens in blind pick, everybody.
Pretty much. This is why we have blind picks.
You
It's
get really weird
awesome.
games.
We do indeed.
So, the saddest Baron fight of all time concludes with Azubu Frost.
Baron's like, get on with it, guys. Come on.
They were just
My
trying
neck
to
mouths
kill
are
him,
bored.
killing him with a dull spoon right there.
Pretty much. It's like Thorzane has entered the League of Legends.
Yeah, so Shy's the only one actually able to do damage in that situation because he actually has cooldown reduction and reckless swing because all Woong has right now is Black Cleaver and Warlocks.
I don't know, man. It's like it's kind of like they just decided that neither of them were going to really build for damage. They're like, we don't need to do damage.
Well, Azubu Frost learned about just building straight tankiness in their Game 5 versus CJ. CJ, it was like the unstoppable force meets the immovable object, where
that's a very good
CJ
point.
had like Kha'Zix Zed, and and on the other side of the coin, Frost had Rengar Shen, and so they kind of just sat there until like 60 minutes, and one team built like pure armor pen, so we had like Kha'Zix with double Bloodthirster and Last Whisper and Black Cleaver, or something like that. And then we had
some ridiculous.
Yeah, and then Zed with the same thing. And then we had Rengar and Shen, each with 300 armor and Thornmail.
Mad Life on the prowl. Helios going after Cloud Templar here. Are they going to be able to pick up this pick on Helios? Lustboy coming in as well. He gets the stun on Rapid Star. Oh, Helios, there's Bulletstorm. Helios goes into taunt Mad Life, and it may not go well. Helios goes down. Rapid Star in trouble as well. Lustboy forced on the fight, as is Ambition. Shy just unstoppable right now. Captain Jack in the middle of everything. Oh, Captain Jack trying to get away. Can he do it?
Hunted down from behind. So great split right
there.
there.
He flashes out of the rocket grab as well, and Frost wins that fight handily. They're going to get what will probably be an inhibitor out of this. Even Ambition just doesn't have enough mana right now to engage.
Yeah, and you can see that Shy actually bought Blade of the Ruined King to deal with the tankiness coming down now. And he did an amazing job of zoning out Ambition in that fight.
They're going for it, man.
They can win now.
Yeah, they're going for that. Lustboy coming in. Ambition getting focused down. He does get the kill on Mad Life. But Ambition, he gets taken out by Shy. Shy has had just an amazing game, dominating that top lane, and that is really going to help out. The Nexus getting low. Can they kill it in time? It looks like they can, and Azubu Frost wins Game 5. They will take the first best of 5 in the semifinals. Just joy and relief on the faces of Azubu Frost, but man, Azubu Blaze with that absolutely incredible Game 4. What a match. The most amazing night we've had on Champions Winter yet, hands down.
And that says something out of all the amazing nights. If you guys are just tuning in, do yourselves a favor. Blaze versus Frost, Game 4, absolute insanity. Go back, watch it, love it.
Yeah.
And don't leave yet, by the way,
Embrace
guys. Chobra is here now, so we will be doing these interviews and translating them for you. So these MVP interviews going to be coming your way.
I'm going to be hopping out of the chair, going to let Chobra jump in there. It's been a fun night casting with you, Monte Cristo. It's been absolutely amazing. I'm probably going to be back for the outro, but we've never done this before. I'm waiting for Chobra to come out and kick me out of the chair. But guys, tell your friends. I mean, tell everybody about this tournament. It is so amazing. We hope you enjoyed as much as we do. It's such an incredible tournament. A really, really tough loss, I got to say, today for Azubu Blaze. They really left it all out there on Summoner's Rift, and they deserve a lot of credit too. I mean, especially Captain Jack. Absolutely amazing day from him. Even if he had a rough final game, 2-6-3 on Urgot. A little bit surprised to see him with the Urgot pick, actually, but in the end, it sure leads us into a pretty exciting Friday, doesn't it?
That's right, and if you guys don't know the format, we have another best of 5 between these two teams that is more than likely going to be just as epic.
Thankfully, it's not right now, because my voice would not survive that. It's going to be Friday, guys, so do not miss it.
And if Blaze can win that best of 5, we will go to a single blind pick deathmatch game that will decide who goes to the grand final.
That's right. The grand final will be February 2nd. Do not miss that. There are VIP tickets available for our global fans, actually. If you're going to be in Korea and want to go to the finals, $25. You get the ticket, you get a goodie bag of swag, you get a guidebook to Seoul to see other sites, you get an English radio for the broadcast, so you can hear the English casting, and you also get, what's really cool, a photo opportunity with some of the pro players. So yeah, if you want to have like the ultimate fan experience at the finals, if you want to meet pros, get swag, get a great seat as well. This comes with great seats. $25. Go to the Twitch stream that you're probably already at And if you scroll down a little bit, you will see a link to click on to go buy that. Yeah.
And that'll be at what, Hanyang University?
Hanyang University, yeah.
Hanyang University, yeah.
Great venue, about 8,000 people. It will be packed. I can guarantee you that.
It's going to be absolute madness. A true esports spectacle here in Korea. They'll build a massive stage.
Absolutely.
And if you're at home, we hope you watch that too.
Yep.
Right now, the last 4 teams of this tournament, Blaze, Frost, Najin Sword, and KT Rolster B.
Well, here's our results, guys. A win in game number 1 for Azubu Blaze, and then Frost coming back, winning 2 games, but then falling to Blaze in that amazingly, amazingly epic game number 4. Best game of the whole season, I'm going to say it right now.
Oof.
And the blind pick game in game number 5, pretty much going all Frost's way. And so in the end, Azubu Frost taking the match. A huge cheer from the crowd as they head over to get interviewed. And I'm going to jump out of the chair right now so that Chobra can hop in and do the interview. So I'll be back, Monte Cristo. Don't miss me too much.
All right, so now Chobra's here, our lovely translator. How are you doing, Chobra?
How are you, man? I am doing okay. I'm still recovering from my cold. I'm the other sick guy here.
And Mad Life getting, wow, really? I'm surprised, actually, but he did a great job of creating those picks in that game and countering the wards, warding deep into Blaze's jungle himself. Shy having a huge game also, but Mad Life gonna go ahead and pick up another support. He is now in the lead with 900 MVP points.
That's crazy, man. I mean, for a support, but you know what they say, Mad Life is God. I mean, he really deserves it. And with those Blitzcrank pulls, like you said, sure, he missed a couple, but the ones he grabbed were so important, Monty.
Yep.
That it really just kind of helped prove that supports can carry even if they don't get all the kills. Although he did get quite a bit. He did get quite a bit.
He did get all of the kills except for Shy that game. Pretty funny stuff. All right, so Ambition now 700 points in that second place position. And here are the rest of the rankings. You see Dandy from MVP White, another strong player, jungler. Shy, Mocknoon, Helios, and Rabbitstar. Mocknoon looking to take first place once he gets his semifinal matches in. He stands a strong contender of topping the rankings by the end of next week.
Yeah, I mean, and you guys talked about this in the beginning of the tournament, Monty, with Doa, about how this can all change, but here we go with the interview. So let's check out what they say here. I mean, huge match, so I'm sure they have a lot to share. So he's saying, obviously, Frost won today, and we're just gonna find out how they felt after that game. I'm sure there's just so much emotion and adrenaline running through them right now, and hopefully we can get a little bit of insight.
저희가 4경기 때 끝난 줄 알고 다들 신나가지고 몸으로 던져 들어갔는데
He's talking about the fountain dive in Game 4, and he says we definitely got a little bit ahead of ourselves. And he's gonna make sure that they don't kind of make those mistakes on Friday. Obviously, they got a little bit ahead of themselves in Game 4.
그러니까 저희가 보통은 블레이즈랑 거의 연습을 많이 하는데 이번에 내전을 하게 돼서 이제 중국 팀들도 많이 하고 이제 NLB에 계신 팀분들도 많이 연습하고 있어서 연습은 그렇게 어렵지 않은 것 같아요.
Yeah, he asked about just preparation because obviously, they're sister teams, and he's saying obviously normally Blaze and Frost are kind of practice buddies, but when this kind of situation comes up, they do look towards the Chinese teams and a lot of the teams who are also participating in NLB, so that it's not really that difficult to find other practice partners. And of course, now talking about Mad Life, I'm sure we'll have a lot to discuss here, Monty. And I'm kind of Mad Life is usually quite soft-spoken, so hopefully he gives us a little bit more insight on what happened today. He's just talking about how he thinks he can stay doing this.
네, 오늘 그러니까 요즘 들어서 연습할 때 블리츠크랭크가 굉장히 잘 돼가지고 오늘 대회에서 쓰면 내가 캐리할 수 있겠다는 자신감이 다시 들었어요.
So he asked about Blitzcrank. He's like, well, I've been practicing him, and it's been going well, so I felt pretty confident. I thought I could kind of win the game for us if I picked Blitzcrank.
Well, you were right, God.
He knows what's up, man.
제 생각에 경험이 제일 우선인 것 같고요. 경험이 많으면 아무래도 상대방 무빙 피하는 걸 많이 겪어볼 수 있으니까 그런 점에서 일단 경험과 그리고 논타겟을 맞추는 실력 그리고 어느 정도의 운이 필요하다고 봐요.
Yeah, he's asking about blitzcrank tips, and he's like, of course, experience is a huge thing. You know, you have to kind of read into the enemy's movements, and the audience is reacting because at the end he's like, well, I still think luck is a little bit involved. But in the past, we've read or translated interviews with Mad Life where he talks about how he simulates all these situations in his head, Monty, and he's like, yeah, I just sit on my chair and I'm like, I simulate how the enemies would normally react, and that's how I practice my skill shots in my head. I mean, what do you think about that? That's pretty crazy.
I mean, you have to imagine those situations, and the combination of that imagination and the practical experience and knowledge of the way that these enemies might move is very important, as well as the synergy that he has with Woong to corral them in the proper positions.
알겠습니다. 혹시 뭐 생각나는 사람이 있습니까? 지금 제 팀원과 블레이즈 형제들이 같이 기억나네요. 블레이즈 선수들에게 또
So he's just asking, how does it feel to go against Blaze? Of course, this is every time they've had to do this, knock each other out in the playoffs here at League of Legends Champions. And Mad Life's just sending his regards here to Blaze. But of course, it's not over yet, and Mad Life's reminding everyone of that. I mean, there's a second best of 5 coming up. And he's looking forward to just fireworks on Friday, and just for a really good match. That's what they talked about in the beginning, or the pre-match interview too. All the players were saying in the end, we just really want a really good match.
Well, it is important to note that it has been a Azubu team kill in every season of Champions so far. They've only knocked each other out, which is very interesting.
I mean, it also says a lot about both of these teams. They always make it to at least the semifinals, if not the finals. So both of them still top tier, no matter what bumps they've had, in the middle.
그냥 요즘은 탑에서 워머그가 되게 좋기 때문에 그냥 탑 캐릭은 뭐든지 워머그.
So this is Shy, for those of you who are not familiar.
Talking about Warmongs, saying Warmongs is great. Warmongs is great no matter what.
캐리하는 빌드가 있었는데 시즌 2에서는 근데 지금은 그냥 시즌 3에서는 워머그를 섞으면서 무조건 템템만 두르는 뭐 보기 방패 이런 역할이 좀 좋은 것 같아요.
Yeah, so he's saying, in Season 2 we've seen a little bit more carry-type builds for even top laners, but now he says, you build a Warmogs and some other defensive items and you're good to go just because of how effective health is. And I think most people agree with that, honestly.
뭐 솔로 큐를 돌려도 굉장히 많이 지고 있기 때문에 같이 좀 이기고 싶었거든요. 그래서 오늘
Poor Shy says he's had some bad results in solo queue recently, so he really wanted to win today so that he could taste victory once again.
상황 준비하면서요. 그냥 스크림하는 상대 탑 솔로 분들 그게 가장 힘들었어요.
플레임 선수가 또 같은 탑 라이너로서 좀
He's asking about Flame.
동료로서 또 한 말씀 해주신다면.
동료로서요? 지금 또 충분히 많이 대회만 나올 경험만 많이 쌓을 수만 있다면 최상급 탑 솔로가 되지 않을까 생각하고.
I mean, Shy gives his respect to Flame, just saying, more experience. He thinks Flame can stay up there. It's very interesting because both Shy and Flame kind of joined as total rookies, and of course Shy skyrocketed with the World Finals. Just recently got picked as the Rookie of the Year from GG Chronicle, but. Flames definitely had a little bit more of a rocky road, I think, but we'll see how that goes on.
오늘은 승리를 했는데요. 이게 끝이 아니잖아요. 경기 수가 너무 많아요. 이게 앞으로 이제 금요일날 4경기를 지면은 떨어지게 되고 3경기를 이기면은 올라가는 건데 글쎄요, 아직은 잘 모르겠어요. 저희가 지금은 1승 앞서고 있는 것 뿐이지 이긴 거라고.
Yeah, he just asked about, how do you feel about winning in Rapid Star? It's like, well, I mean, we have to win 3 more games to make sure that we move on. We could just lose 4 and get knocked out. And that's actually a lot of pressure, I think, Yeah. You win 3 and then you lose 4 and you're out on the second day. I mean, because before obviously you could kind of relax, take a day to celebrate and move on, but these guys, no break, man.
CS를 따라가는 입장.
그 이제 외적인 부분은 내가 좀 낫고.
그런 거 없고 그냥 CS를 따라가는. 이게 4경기 라이즈 보시면 아시겠지만 라이즈가 완전히 망했었거든요, 그게. 복귀가 안 되는, 복구할 수가 없는 라이즈인데 결국엔 라이즈가 캐리를 했잖아요. 그거 보면서 정말 대단한 것 같더라고요.
Yeah, they're talking about, you know, kind of like what do you think is hardest when you're going up against Ambition, and he's mentioning Rise, right? Like the CS difference was so huge, but in the end, Rise was the carry.
라이즈 쓰려고 했었어요. 왜냐면은 이블린 대 이블린은 4경기 끝나고 건웅 형이랑 한번 해봤는데 이 가시를 Q 있잖아요. Q 스킬을 서로 주고받다 보니까 파밍을 못해요. 그래서 너무 이거는 좀 이상하다. 이거는 좀 너무 보기 안 좋다. 그래가지고 이블린을 안 할까 생각해봤는데 그래도 그냥 이블린이 최고인 것 같아서 저는.
Oh, this is interesting. So he asked about his blind pick choice, and he said, you know, Frost also wanted to pick up Rise because he also wanted to avoid, you know, he wanted to avoid an Evelyn versus Evelyn matchup because they assumed everyone would want to pick Evelyn for mid lane.